fat ass mole.
Fat face mole. You better rack off your mole.
Dumb mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole.
Shut up, you mole.
Shut up, mole.
Yeah, you mole.
Such a mole. Such a mole.
Happy 2026 moles. Happy New Year, mole.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, wow. What 2026.
What a life.
I hope it's better than 2025.
Hey, it can only get better than 2025.
True.
Yeah.
It's been, last year was a year.
The only way is up.
The only way is
Positive
up.
mental attitude.
The only way is up.
So we decided that we were going to start the new year with as much positivity as possible.
Talking about dead people. I can see dead people. We're talking about funeral moles.
Funeral moles.
Because I think also, like, we both had funerals last year of family.
A lot of death. It wasn't a competition, but Elena did win. But like,
I don't know about that. I feel like you know, it's like you had to.
Elena was in the lead, and then my granddad then kind of put us neck and neck.
My friend's grandma died, and she's
Rest
German.
in peace, I'm sorry.
I know she's German, like Australian, and she's, as soon as she found out the news, she came into the dinner party and she's like, "My abuela." And I was like,
Wow.
funny. So
Wow. That's, yeah, I'm going to try and pull that out.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
a
just
close
like
family
it's like,
member, but
my Zia, like just dead. But yeah, it was a pretty rough year. I think you were there for me when my aunt passed away, and
Yeah.
then you were in Edinburgh. It's
the Edinburgh
always,
Fringe was there for my granddad passing away.
show must go on, Danny.
Yeah, and like he passed away about 4 days, before his 93rd birthday.
Oh wow.
So his funeral was the day before his 93rd birthday.
Jeez, that would be a good wake.
Yeah, but like the problem was for me is that I was bang in the middle of the Fringe, and I
Yeah.
knew he wasn't well, and I was like, okay, you know, like I hope he's gonna be all right, because the Fringe is so chaotic. It's so hard to get back and stuff like that as well, you know. But then when we found out that he passed away, I had driven to the Edinburgh Fringe,
Right.
and in a panic, I was like, I need to get home.
Yeah.
And I booked the flight, and I booked the Ryanair, and I forgot you can't fly in a Ryanair without your passport, and my passport was in Dublin. So I had to get an Aer Lingus flight, use my driving license to get back to Ireland, get my mother to leave her 1 litre Volkswagen up at my apartment, which is like a little Pope mobile.
Yeah.
Drive it 300 kilometers to Mayo,
Jesus.
go to the funeral and everything like that, then drive my mother 300 kilometers back at 6 a.m. the next morning, get on a Ryanair, which was the worst part of the whole thing, get on a Ryanair during the summer back. I landed at about 3:30 because it was delayed because it was a Ryanair,
Yeah.
and I was on stage at 5:15.
Wow.
And it was like, and it was so surreal, because it was like, I didn't want to tell anyone. So I have another show in Edinburgh, the Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman show, so I
Yeah.
had to tell the lads, and I didn't want people making a big deal out of it.
Right.
And to anyone who's gone to the Edinburgh Fringe or performed at it, there's a million like dead dad shows, or, you know, my parent passed away or grandparent, and I didn't want to be like using that to, do you want to be
Like a one-upmanship.
yeah,
or
I
something,
didn't want
like-
to do that, like, so I just didn't say it, but I obviously had to tell the lads, because like I replaced myself with Rory O'Hanlon, and then I came back and they were like, Rory's better than you. I'm like, yeah, nice one, lads. But yeah, it's surreal. They're like, in fairness, we always say in Ireland that an Irish funeral is better than an Irish wedding.
Yeah, 100%. Because like I feel like, you know, even at my aunt's funeral, like there's so many people that you don't know. Like you could be a complete stranger and not even like I think there must be professional like funeral goers that just
like half of the population of the country in rural Ireland
Right.
are professional funeral goers.
Because like you can just be like, oh, I met him years ago at like a
You could say anything.
anything.
You could
And-
say, I am his lacrosse coach.
Yeah. And they'd be like, I didn't know he played lacrosse. That's interesting.
You don't. It turns out you don't know everything.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's the thing, when my aunt passed away, like there were so many people coming up and telling me stories about her, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, you know, like you're like,
Please stop. Please.
stop.
Yeah.
Oh god, did she like anal? I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like weird. And then you like, and I went through, so I had to go through her phone, and then I couldn't get into her phone, which is like a whole thing. And then I found her like address book. like a handwritten, because she was still a boomer. She like read
Yeah, of
everything down.
course.
And of course I had to like message everyone, and I'm going through the list of like, you know, trying to message people and let them know that she'd passed away. And then I came to like the S, and there was just like Sam, hot guy. And I was like, do I message Sam, hot guy? I let him know that like whoever like this lover.
Imagine you message and he's like, who this? New number, who this?
I know, I was kind of like, who the fuck is Sam? And then I was kind of worried, like, if I pass away, I still have all these like Tinder, Bumble people on my phone. And like, someone could go through my phone and be like, oh, Sam, the hot guy from Paris, circus guy, Tinder. Are they going to message him?
I hope that technology is advanced enough that when I do die, my phone self-destructs. The iCloud just like...
Well, then just don't tell anyone your passcode. That's it.
Yeah, I can never remember it myself most of the time, so I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Oh, are you just a pattern person? You're like, oh,
No, I have a passcode, but I always like, because you have to constantly update your like email password or your Apple ID.
Oh, okay. No,
And
I mean, even just getting into your iPhone, like you need.
Oh no,
you need
no
a
one
postcode.
would get it because I always I can only do it when I'm looking at it. I couldn't even tell you the numbers now. Do you know what I mean?
But that's it. Like it's like when someone dies, but like when someone dies, it's like there's so much funny shit that happens around funerals.
Yeah,
though.
for
Like,
sure.
Like it's we had the the wake. We were talking about this earlier, like
Yeah.
about how like, you know, in Catholic and obviously like Irish, like Catholic and obviously Italian.
Do they keep the body in the house for 2 days?
No, I think that's a real Irish thing.
Yeah, we love it. We love
a dead body
keeping
here.
a body in a house for a couple of days. Like,
But like,
that's our
doesn't
jam.
it smell?
No, because it's embalmed.
Oh, you get it embalmed and then you bring it back
send
to the
it
house.
off, and then it gets brought back, and then it gets brought from there, and then it's kind of like, because a lot of people might not be able to make the funeral. It's quite weird, like, because a lot of Irish people, some people struggle with the wake, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have the emotional capacity to see the dead body, and like that's totally understandable.
It's brutal.
It's really brutal. And like, I remember I was a kid, I was maybe 6 or something. One of my mum's friends' dads had passed away. And I remember I had to walk up to the coffin. I was so young. Like, I remember
Yeah.
just being like, and then even my great granny, it's so weird seeing someone laid out
Because
like that.
they look like a Madame Tussauds, like
Yeah.
waxy figure.
Yeah, and they, you know, then like obviously like, but they are lifeless. Do you know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like,
It's
that-
so. I mean,
that's-
I like when Nonna broke, like when she passed away, she'd broken her femur and she was on her side, and obviously they embalm you of like how you kind of are.
Yeah.
You know, they try their best to like make you look good, but like Nonna's face was all like off to the side, like. And then you know, everyone's looking at her and they're like, oh, she looks so beautiful. My mum was like, you've done a great job, she looks beautiful. I'm like, Mum, half her face is melted.
Yeah, but I remember my friend said that at his dad's funeral, like, people were coming in, they just don't know what to say, particularly Irish men. And they come in, and his dad had some health complications or
Yeah,
whatever, but
yeah,
at the
yeah.
end, like, comes in and like neighbors are coming in and going, Jesus, he looks well, and like saying it like, and,
No, he's dead.
And my mate goes, Jesus, talk about like a glass half full kind of attitude. Like, do you know what I mean?
Which the rest of the time is not like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like so funny.
It's like
but,
overcompensating, or
but then like we brought in makeup for my aunt, like, and because my aunt always wore makeup, she wore like always like a blue eyeliner and like a really strong colored lip.
Right.
And so of course, like, you know, the people at the funeral home were like, if you would like to bring in some makeup and we will make her look just like she normally does,
Sure.
and like all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, sure, she's dead, but good luck. So we go in there, I drop off the makeup, and then at the funeral we had the wake, right? And like bless them, people who dress dead people and like do all that. Like
it
it's,
must be such a hard job.
it's like such a hard job, and like, you know, whatever. But like I saw her face and I just started laughing because like the lipstick was like above the lip and like down there. It like looked like a 4-year-old had painted like a face, and everyone's like, oh, Mum was like, oh, she looks beautiful. You've done such a good job, and I'm like, Mum, it looks terrible.
Like, and like, you know, what's the etiquette? Are you allowed like fix it? Like, you know, you allowed to get them a little makeup wipe and be like,
Yeah, just be
you know,
like,
like just
like-
tidy it up.
It was so funny.
They were like a lip liner trying to like
Yeah,
balance
right.
the
I
looks,
was like, and then again, it just does not look like them, and it was like, because I haven't really been to a proper funeral in ages. Like
Yeah.
Nonna's funeral was obviously like different. Like the last 2 years, I've had 2 very profound deaths in the family, but it was like I haven't been to a funeral for so long, and I was like, but they're so fucking funny.
yeah.
Like, and people's etiquette at funerals is like crazy.
Like, I grew up down the country, and like I kept meeting with my friends, and it's really good to see everyone again. Like all
Yeah.
your friends you grew up with and went to school with, and unfortunately you're going to see them under really tragic circumstances. And then I remember meeting them, like, and I'm like, lads, can we please try and meet up when someone hasn't passed away.
Yeah, good
Do you know what I
luck.
mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Because it's impossible to get people to meet up otherwise.
I had the best time at my aunt's funeral because I saw all these people that I haven't seen for like probably 30 years. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and you know, 25, 30 years. And like all my aunt's friends that just like dropped off and like did all this stuff. And I was like, fuck, like if I want to be alive for my funeral, it'd be fun.
I know, and like, yeah, there's a couple of comics. I went to a couple of shows in Edinburgh where the kind of concept of the show is the show about their own funeral. Because we all, you know what I mean? Like, what would it look
Yeah.
like? Because I think everyone in the world kind of fantasizes about what their own funeral
Yeah,
would be
like
like.
who's
Do you
gonna
know what I
turn
mean?
up, and
what
like-
would people say? You know, would
Yeah.
people be more celebrating you or sadder that you've passed? Do you understand what I mean?
True. But I think funerals are going to change though, because you
Yeah.
think about it now, like I was thinking that with my aunt, right? Like we had to pick 3 songs and we did a photo memorial and
Yeah.
like all this sort of stuff. And the same for my nonna. You have like an opening song, then you have like some kind of eulogy song, and then you have like a final song as you walk out. So
Yeah.
like, and I'm trying to distill my aunt's life down to 3 songs. And then I'm like, I don't know like what songs
Yeah,
that
she
she would
didn't
want.
do her Spotify Wrapped before she passed. Like,
Spotify Wrapped, really. That's it. Like she's dead. But like it's one of those things. But I feel like funerals are now going to be more of a celebration because like that's
Yeah.
how I would want
I
mine.
think they should be. I'm the exact same. Have you got a funeral song? Have you picked yours out?
Oh. I think I would choose something that's like really, funny. Like everyone would be crying and then there'd
Yeah.
just be like out of nowhere, like just this really fucking funny, like.
I'd probably go with me and my sister used to always like argue over the same
Yeah.
funeral song, which was Wild World by Paul Weller. Like, oh baby, baby,
It's a wild
so like
world.
that. Or like my new one I want is That's Life by this guy called Sean James, who's
Yeah.
an American. He was like a pub singer, and then one of his songs got used, a cover of one of his got used in like Sons of Anarchy, and a guy blew him
wow.
up, but he's amazing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's all tattooed up. He's a giant beard. He's got like spacers in his ears, and he's doing a cover of Frank Sinatra, but his voice is insane. So I thought that'd be a
Amazing.
cool one.
Yeah, I think it would be like, do you know what? Mine would probably be something like, now that I think about it, it'd be something from like, you know, the like 2010s, like EDM, like levels of Avicii. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like.
That'd be amazing.
Because like for my aunt's funeral, for one of the songs, I think it was the entry song, we did Dancing Queen by ABBA. And like,
amazing.
and everyone was like, that was such a good choice. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't want everyone to be like crying at the start. I was like, you know, and Dancing Queen was like, it's such a fun song. And then now every time we hear Dancing Queen, we're like, oh, we think of my aunt.
That's
you
a
know?
really
It's like,
cool
it's a
thing
nice
to do.
thing.
The yeah, I don't know, like it's my friend's dad has requested, he's not even sick or anything like that, like he's healthy. And he's told his whole family, it's such a bloke thing to do,
Yeah, right.
that he wants to be cremated, but his cremation song is to be Burning Love by Elvis Presley.
Amazing.
So when it's going in, it's like, I feel my temperature rising. And then one of my uncle's pals passed away. He was such a legend, such a lovely dude, like such good crack.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And his funeral song when he was getting cremated was Fire, Boo-doo, I give you the word. You know what it goes into the
Goodness gracious,
Yeah,
great
yeah,
balls
yeah.
of fire.
I like that stuff though. It's a bit of
Yeah,
crack,
I mean
like.
that's it. Like you got to have a bit of fun, like with it as well, because everyone is very sad. Like it's just like, you know, that final goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, but like I think there's so many funny. Like it was so funny at my aunt's funeral. Mum is like super. I think she's definitely ADHD. I hope she doesn't listen to this. But she's like there, and she's like with the wake. And
you've got autism, Gabby.
but she's like looking, she's over my aunt, right? And she's like, oh, the makeup is beautiful. And she's like putting the photos, because they want to put things in with the casket to like, you know, go
Yeah, we
underground.
do that
like,
in Ireland as
but
well,
actually
yeah.
Lorraine got cremated, right? So mum's putting all the stuff in, the photos and the things and like everything that's special, like, you know, the dog blanket, her Collingwood
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
scarf,
yeah.
all this kind of shit. And then, you know, then they lock up the coffin and then we're sitting there and mum just turns to me, like, as they just started the procession, she's like, where's my phone? Where's my phone?
No, she didn't think you were phone.
Where's my phone? And she's like, where's my phone, right? And she's like, oh no, I think it's in the coffin. I think it's in the coffin. I think I left it in the coffin because I was putting stuff out. And I was like, oh my God, did you put it in the coffin? And so we're all there at the front, like laughing. We're like,
Like burying your phone, like it's some kind of cartel. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but like, it's so funny because like we're all there like, and then everyone's behind us being like, oh, they must be so upset. And we're fucking dying with laughter, being like, oh my God, mum's left. Anyway, my niece like comes out. She's like, I've got your phone. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, could you imagine mum's phone's just like,
oh my
gone in
God,
the
there's a
hole.
video. I don't know if it made it to your part of the world, but there's a video of an Irish dad and he knew he was going to pass away. This is the thing I love about Ireland, right?
Yeah.
So he knew he was going to die and he didn't want people being miserable at the funeral. So one of his instructions, he didn't tell any of his family, is that he put a recorder in the casket with him, right? So when he put him in the coffin, so they're all standing around the grave and they were burying him, and it goes, "Hello, hi, I'm still in here." And he recorded it and requested, and everyone initially, like, people's faces were like horrified, and then everyone broke their shit laughing, and I'm like, what a legend.
That's
like,
a legend.
What a
yeah,
legend.
that's
like,
legend status. I think that's the thing. You've got to have fun with because like life is so short and it's so fickle.
Yeah, I remember
like,
there was a tea towel in my granny's house when I was a kid. Like one of my earliest memories. You know, you remember like weird things. You know, like I remember there was it was a Sacred Heart picture of Jesus in my granny's kitchen. Yeah. Some things just stick out to you as a kid that are just you make you remember. Remember, there's this tea towel. And I actually looked it up, right? When my granddad passed away, and they must have got it in like the Canaries or Spain or something. You know, one of those like cartoony cheap towels that you get in like a touristy kind of shop. You know, that just kind of stuff. But it turns out it was actually a lyric from a country and western song.
Oh wow!
So the cartoon depicted this a funeral. And there was a guy buried in, it was all done on cartoon, but his two ass cheeks are sticking out of the ground, right? And I remember as a kid thinking, I was like, oh my God, this is so like outrageous, you know? Yeah. And basically the last lines of it are, when my life is over and my time has come to pass, I wish to be buried upside down so the world can kiss my ass. And I just remember as a kid, like, just thinking that's so funny, like, you know what I mean?
But you know what I miss? I don't know if those exist anymore. Like, when you go into like the houses and they're like, live, laugh, love, like it's all that kind of stuff. And Mum has so many of those fridge magnets and shit like that on it. Like, yeah.
What's is it Spike Milligan? I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. His gravestone says, "I told you I was sick."
That's amazing.
Like, I'd love something short like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think stuff like that is great.
I think like having, but then like tombstones or like whatever, like, it's like, what do you put on that? Because that's like forever. But I think something funny, like, but I have seen ones that they have like a QR code or something like that now, and like you scan it.
Like Rick Astley. like you scan the QR.
Totally rickrolled just from like, they do that. It's like, which I think is also fucking hilarious.
That's amazing. Like, what a great use of a QR code.
I would love that. I mean, I don't know if QR codes would exist in another like 20. I think they should. Like
a good Scottish pal of mine. This is a few years ago. I was over there, and we were writing our Edinburgh shows, and we were just sitting there in the office. And his dad had passed away, maybe I'm going to say a year or so prior to this. Yeah. But because like his some of his family lived in different parts of Scotland, they were like trying to meet up to scatter the ashes. Right. So you know, it's hard to get people, and it's a big event, so everyone wants to make sure it works for everyone. So it just hadn't happened yet. So they were waiting for whatever date to happen, and I was just working away my laptop, and he just pulls a drawer in this like wardrobe in their like spare room, right? Okay. Because it was a bedroom / office. Someone stayed over, and I was just working. I wasn't paying attention, and he just opens the drawer. And he just takes out this jam jar. And I was just not really looking. And he just takes out this jam jar with ashes. Because, like, his stepmom had the other half in the urn. Oh, so he'd, like, split them. And he just goes, "Do you want to meet my dad?" And then he just has this jar of ashes. And then he goes, "Dad, meet Danny. Danny, Dad." Like, oh, my God. That reminds me, right? So... a few years ago, a really good friend of ours passed away, and it really hit my friendship group hard. Like, it was because we were all in a WhatsApp group together. It was just a really difficult one, and he passed away in Canada, and his body had to get repatriated. It was just really difficult for everyone. But I do love Irish people for this. So everyone processes grief in a different way. I used to drink when grief happened, and now I don't, because it just doesn't help me. It just makes me sadder for longer. So I always would try and drive if someone passes away, you know what I mean? It's not, I try not to get stuck into the bottle type thing. But anyway, our friend passed away, and two of our mates, everyone was just really upset. The two lads went on this like absolute bender. Like, they were drinking for days. Oh, wow. Like, curtains pulled, listening to like all the favorite songs, like just really went for it. Yeah. And they ended up going to like a local off license. Like, they'd been drinking all through the night at like 11 a.m. the next morning. Like, it had just opened, right? Damn. One of them wasn't wearing shoes or socks. He was barefoot. Oh, Jesus. So yeah. Like proper like with nail and eye type stuff, right? So They went in. One of them had like really long hair at the time, and
Yeah.
the other one like they just looked really dishevelled. Right,
Yeah.
Like the kid working behind the counter was like 18 years of age, and the poor kid, like imagine working an off license in Ireland would be tough going anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So these two lads turn up, and he's just like freaked out. So they got like a whole case of beers, right? I think they got like a bottle of wine or something.
Yeah.
They went up to the counter, and the kid was a bit like, "What?" And one of the lads goes, "Listen, sorry, we're a bit out of it. Like we're a bit wrecked. We've been drinking for days.
Yeah.
Our friend passed away, and then we've been kind of drinking since the funeral."
Yeah.
And this kid goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry," blah blah blah. And then the lad's like, "No worries." And then as they're leaving, one of them's walking like out with his back out the door, you know, to carry out the beers or whatever. And the kid goes, I'm sorry about your friend." And my mate goes, "Thanks very much." He goes, "To be honest with you, he'd be raging if he knew we were using his debit card." And like my mate would have fucking loved that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
do you know what I
yeah,
mean? He was that kind of dude. Like,
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, my aunt like loved a Savy B. She
Oh,
loved
yeah.
a Savvy B, and like, and then so we just bought shitloads of bottles of Savvy B at the,
Brilliant.
like we did like at the Bowls Club. Like that's where like we
oh
had
no way.
yeah.
Bowls Club. I think the drunkest I've ever got. It was actually not too far. It was on the Great Ocean Road. It
Yeah.
wasn't too far from where you grew up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember me and lads, we got trashed at a Bowls
Oh,
Club.
they're like and like barefoot bowls and like
Yeah.
all this sort of stuff. Like and because it's just like so cheap because they're like kind of like I don't know.
Semi-retirement.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like gay
and-
crashing a retirement.
But
home.
we like we had Nonna's funeral and then we had my
Wow.
aunt's funeral there as well. And it was,
Mobiles.
like, yeah, like so we did like the funeral at like the proper like chapel-y thing and then we go there and like everyone just got like fucking shit faced and
That's
it was
great.
amazing.
That'd be
so
great
many-
crack.
It was so much fun. Like we like the funerals and stuff were always a good time. So we do have a mull of the week.
We got inundated, and thank you so much to everyone who sent in
Yes,
stuff so
yes.
far, whether it's by voice note or by text.
Yeah, so for anyone who does have any moles of the week, you can actually send it to us via text as well as via voice note because
Yeah.
sometimes
Or you
people
can send us a message on Instagram.
Yeah, because I know sometimes people want to stay a little anonymous because their voice might be recognizable. So we have one here. So let's.
It's just
shall
from
we-
Dublin.
This is from Dublin. All right, here we go.
My mole of the week is sitting in a funeral and people start joining in with the solo singer. It seems like every funeral I've been to recently has one person who thinks they're auditioning for The Voice Church Edition. Like, sorry, Sharon, this is a solo. The program literally says funeral singer, not you. Suddenly, Ave Maria turns into like Ave Maria featuring Auntie Sheila. Like, I get it, they want to pay tribute to their dearly departed, but sometimes the most respectful tribute is silence. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Hard agree.
Yeah, I
Hard
think it's
agree.
like, I mean, I haven't been to a really like so because with Nonna's funeral, and she actually put in her will that she wanted a big Catholic church funeral, and we just had her
Just
in a
like
little.
low key Vatican.
Yeah, like we didn't. Mum was like, I feel so bad. I hope she doesn't haunt us for this, like because like we just put her in a tiny chapel and then did the fucking RSL thing, which I'm sure like
Chaplain and RSL is a good.
well, yeah, but it's still not with a priest. So anyway, that's but we don't. She doesn't know she's dead. But I think that's the thing. Like when you have all those like you know Catholic hymns and all this stuff, because
Yeah.
a lot of the time people don't know them. They're just
No.
like.
And then when like a church singer cracks out an absolute belter. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
it's like a karaoke song for everyone.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make up for the fact that they don't know the hymns by overcompensating with the singer song.
Yeah,
You know
or
what I
you
mean?
just know the chorus, you know. So
Yeah.
you're like, like yeah, you're just doing this
I
like.
wonder if anyone ever sang Proud Mary. Here's something interesting. The song Let It Be by Paul McCartney. So that got turned into a massive like religious song, you
Right.
know, because he's like, when I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary
yeah,
comes to
yeah,
me.
yeah, I know.
So his mum passed away,
Right.
and his mum was Irish, and Mary McCartney even, excuse me, Mary McCartney is his mum, but he wrote the song after his mum passed away,
Right.
that when he would sleep at night, he felt his mum was coming close to him. So that's why he's like, Mother Mary talks to me. Or Mother Mary comes to me. But that was, everyone then thought, oh, he's talking about the Virgin Mary. He's not, he's talking about his mother.
Yeah. It's like so funny because people just take like songs way out of
What's
context.
it? You were talking to me about that before, about the Madonna, Like a Prayer.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like that song's filthy.
It's about a blowjob.
Yeah, right. And then like, you know, like when you call my name like a little prayer. And you're
Down
like,
on
yeah,
my knees.
yeah. And it's crazy because then you even like, it's so funny how like sometimes, religious people just take like these songs and think they're like, you know, full on like gospel. It's like, no, not everyone's thinking of Jesus.
But you can hear, like, it reminds me of that South Park episode when they found out that Christian music is really popular, so they started a Christian band. So all they did was change all the words in love songs. They swapped the word baby for Jesus. And it's just like, I love you, Jesus. I want your salvation all over my face and all this. Like,
yeah, but that's so true. I feel like they just fucking love it. They'll have anything.
if you swapped anything like to do with like baby or my girl or my love, or you swapped that for Jesus, it would work.
It's so crazy, like choose,
But like my Jesus, talking about my Jesus, my Jesus.
Oh yeah, like Jesus. Oh. Fat
I
ass
haven't done that in
mole.
a while.
We haven't done that anymore. Like, yeah, but I think funerals just like they really just like bring out the kind of weirdest things. Of like when my aunt passed away, another aunt like came up and she's like, "All right, we want a family photo," and I was like, "Now's not really the time."
Stop! You joking me?
Yeah, no. And
Everyone's mascara running, looking like the Crow.
And then
City
so
of
we're like,
Angels.
and also like she like her and it's my uncle who's like my blood uncle, but like they've divorced and stuff. So she's come into this funeral
know
and
what?
everyone's already like, "What are you doing?"
I'm gonna refer anytime my uncles get really wound up really easily.
Yeah.
And they never react, like they just think I'm an absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, so like anytime I'm out with them from now on, I'm gonna refer to them as my blood uncles. Because they'll fucking hate that. They'll hate that so much.
I know it sounds kind of like Harry Potter-esque, isn't it?
It's
Like,
real like shh. And they're like, "Ah,
you're my blood uncle.
blood uncle.
My
Pluncle. G'day, cunts. This is me Blanco.
This is me, Blanco. He's my blood uncle. And then she's like come into this like funeral. Everyone's upset, and she's like, "I want a family photo. I want a family photo of all the cousins." And we're all like standing there like, "This is not the best time." Yeah, we're like, "This is not the best time." And then so we like reluctantly all just like stand in this corner, and they've got like the like a photo wall going on in the back, like a screen saver kind of thing. So we're all there, and like she's like, "Smile," and we're like we're taking this like half-assed motherfucking
Okay, guys,
smile.
on the count of three, we're gonna say grief. 1, 2, 3, grief. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, like literally me and my other cousin were just like we just looked at each other.
When I worked in social care a long time ago, one of my clients unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
And he was a Russian Orthodox.
Oh wow.
And I went to a Russian Orthodox wedding. And I brought some clients from the service that I was working in.
Oh, wow.
And one of them 100% used a class A substance before we went in and was like fading from using that substance. And it was the most insane thing I've ever been at.
Oh, wow.
And like they had these guys dressed in all the robes,
Yeah.
and then the women would go under their robes. Have you ever seen that?
No.
And I'm just sitting there and like we're all just trying to keep our I've never seen anything like it in my life. Anyone who's been to one will know what I'm talking about. But then they start like taking selfies with the family. We're taking selfies with the body. Do you like, you know what I mean? And like live streaming it, like videoing the whole thing and all, like just, oh yeah, everyone at home wants to see this, like, but it was not like being disrespectful, like it was just culturally the way it was. And I was just like, this is the most unhinged thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know, because you just like you're all sad and like and this kind of stuff. Anyway, the photo that she ended up taking of all of us, like, and the cousins and stuff, like, and the photo in the background was her ex-husband. So it's just like a photo of her ex-husband, and all of us like, you couldn't have like gotten a better photo if you had tried.
Superb.
It was pretty fucking good, but yeah. So funeral moles.
Yeah, I think it was that was a pretty upbeat episode.
Yeah, for
given
the start of the year, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's always fun in death. I feel like
it's the only certainty in life.
death and taxes.
Death, taxes, and a 3.5-star review at the Edinburgh Fringe.
Well, on that note,
Reads like a 5.
Yeah. Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for listening.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep an eye on our social media for some upcoming live Mole Patrol shows.
Yes.
Happy New Year, Mole! See you soon.